friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Julia Masalska and this is Made. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining. It's time for some portfolio reviews. If you would like to submit your portfolio, follow me here on Instagram at Julia Masalska, and I'm really happy to see your portfolio and take a look at it and hopefully give you some useful feedback. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I am so happy to have you guys here, and we're going to have a very amazing hour, lots of learning. We have 5 amazing portfolios from 5 amazing designers, so thank you so much for joining. I see Ali in the chat and Farhad. Thank you so much for joining. And let me know, guys, where you're from. Let me know if you have any questions during the stream. I'm really happy to answer those and see, how we can help you guys create a better portfolio. So a little bit of a background about me. My name is Julia Masalska, and I am a graphic designer and freelancer since over 5 years. So I have created over 20 different portfolios in my lifetime. So I know how hard it is to kind of organize your projects and organize your designs and find your path in the freelance world. So this is the reason why I would like to review your guys' portfolios and hopefully help you guys to understand better what makes a good portfolio. So let's jump into my work screen, and we're going to be working on with 5 different people today. And the first one up is Danica Heaton. Danica, this is already a really amazing site here. I'm going to drop you guys the link to Danica's portfolio, so if you like, you can also take a look at it on your own computer. So it's danicaheaton.com. This is already really professional, so amazing. And here we have already a little intro. I am an Australian multidisciplinary graphic designer currently living and freelancing in Nelson, British Columbia. Awesome, Danica, this is really cool. I love the hierarchy on your landing page. So you can see that Danica has used a lighter and larger typeface for her caption and for her little about info, which is really cool because you want to grab attention where you need the attention to be grabbed first, right? And then we have here graphic visual communication, and then secondary information is her little logo and the little navigation bar on the left side. So I think the hierarchy here is already really good. What I'm missing a little bit in the landing page is a little bit of texture in the background. It's the color is really beautiful and really amazing. I might even go for some texture for the background, maybe, I don't know, including some kind of roughness or noise or something that would make it a little bit more interesting. But otherwise, the hierarchy here is great. And let's go, and we have a little note here. Why not have a little scroll? I think this is super cool. It already looks super fun. So amazing. Thank you so much, everyone who just joined us. Cool. All right. Let's take a look at Danica's work. And I love the way it transitions here from this color to the white. I think it works super well. And white is more, okay, this is more like a cream color, but this is more like, okay, let's get to business. I like the way you use the lighter color for the background of your images so that you can definitely concentrate on your artwork way better than if the background had stayed the same. So you did a really great job here. And let's take a look what we have here. We have a little business card, Jack Redford. Let's start with this project. It looks really amazing to me already. How's the music, by the way, guys? Can you hear a little vibes going on here? Hopefully, oh, actually I have some mic thing that was on. Okay. Hopefully it's a little better now with the audio. Let me grab my mic a little bit closer. All right. Cool, let me know, guys. Ali is saying, hope you're doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you so much. Farhad is saying, can you share my portfolio? Farhad, if you have a portfolio for review, you can submit it to my Instagram channel. And it is, let me check this out, instagram.com, and this is my Instagram page. It's Julia Masalska. I'm going to drop the link for you guys in the comments, so feel free to follow me there, and this is where you can also submit your portfolio. All right, let's go back to Danika's portfolio and let's take a look at this project. We have the project named Jack Radford, and I love the way you kind of already have this intro image here going on, showing what it's all about. Jack Radford is a Greenwood craftsman specializing in hand-carved spoons and wooden bowls. He needed a brand identity that would convey his tactile and tender approach to carving. I created the logotype, business cards, and product photography. This is awesome. I think you did a really good job here. I might think about the outline of the JR, because the outline, I don't know if it's necessary. I would keep it minimalistic, maybe just using the really amazing logotype that you've created. So let's take a look here. We have some amazing photography, or maybe it's a mock-up. It's definitely a really great mock-up. You did a really great job here. The typeface is amazing that you picked. I think it works super well with the business that the crafter has. It looks really crafty. It reminds me of, you know, how like the old times, and you know, like those shops where they had those old logos. I think that totally works. And love the business card here. Maybe the typeface I would maybe make a little bit smaller, so that you know, it's a little bit more like a secondary information, so that you can really concentrate Jack Radford, Greenwood crafter. And then this I would make a little bit smaller. I think it's a little large right now, but otherwise the colors are amazing. I think you picked really amazing typefaces. Greenwood crafter maybe even make a little bit smaller, so that Jack Radford excuse me. So that Jack Radford is definitely the first thing you look at, and then you basically create this hierarchy just as you did in your landing page. So awesome. No, I think you did a really great job here. And here the outline, I feel like is a little bit, you know, it's not necessary. I don't think you need an outline here, but I think this is a great branding project. I would love to know more about your decisions. What is the sleeve? What does the leaf stand for? But otherwise, I think it's a really great mock-up. And you did some product photography for him as well. And maybe you can create some other assets to kind of enrich the project, and to show that you did not only made business cards, but maybe you created something else in addition to that. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining. I see there are some more of you who have just joined. Samuel is here. Cool. And Felipe is here. Cool. Good to see you guys. Awesome. All right, now let's scroll down. Okay, we are done with this project. Now we have this little navigation bar on the left side, which is really helpful for us to have an orientation. And we can already see that Danica is specialized in brand identity, photography, and experimental. So she has some experimental posters as well, which I'm really happy to take a look at. And I love the way you organized your projects here. It's really easy to understand, and it's really easy to understand that you mostly specialize in brand identity. Then you also do photography, and then on the side you do some experimental posters. So this is really easy to understand. Let's take a look at Design Museum London. I would like to see that project. Cool. Design is a way to understand the world. I think your design here is really cool. The graphics are amazing. Again, I'm missing a little bit of texture. Maybe I don't know, some kind of like, not pattern, but maybe like noise, especially in the illustration. I think it will make the illustration way more exciting and way more interesting to have some kind of texture going on. So all right, maybe I can show you what I mean. So guys, usually if I'm looking for inspiration, I am looking on Pinterest. So this is my go-to page. Let's take a look at illustration, texture. Okay, let's take a look at what it will give us for results. Hi, Jotermia, good to see you. Awesome, guys. Thanks for joining. Who just joined? We are looking at Danica Heaton's portfolio. I don't know why my internet takes so long, but here, this is what I mean. Look at this illustration here. Okay, maybe not. So what I mean to say is that here you will see there is a certain texture going on inside the illustration, right? And that makes the illustration so much more exciting and so much more interesting. Let's take a look here as well. Here we also have some kind of, movement in the surface going on. So this is something I would really recommend you guys to experiment with when you're creating illustrations. Give it some noise or some kind of interesting flow inside the surface. But you did a really great job with the colors here. I think the shapes came out really well. There are a couple little details that, like for example here, the sunglasses, I would maybe keep it all consistent. But you did a really great job. Design is a way to understand the world. I like the way you kind of made the understand stick out and look different. Maybe it would have been enough to just use a different color, but otherwise this is really cool. Design Museum London. I think this text is a little could be a little smaller and a little bit less distance between the lines, a little bit less a little bit more basically like a box text. This concept revolves around showcasing the design museum as a creative hub where design enthusiasts and general public can collaborate and thrive. I like that this description is really goes really into detail. Maybe you can even shorten it up a little bit, maybe to half the size. I think that would be more than enough. Super cool. I think the posters are amazing. You did a really great job. They're super experimental and they are cohesive, although you are using different colors in these two different posters. So you did a really great job here. Cool. How are you guys doing in the chat? Let me know. I'm having my magic Julia juice, my green juice that I drink every morning. Really healthy. Okay, and here we have a mock-up going on where you are using this poster design to apply to a bus station, a bus shelter. So this is really cool. I think it works really well and you did a great job putting the mock-ups together. I'm just wondering what the illustration is supposed to be here in the background. I would maybe even use the whole I would maybe make the illustration way bigger, way larger, to use the whole surface in the background. Make it a little bit more bold, dare things, because it's about fashion, design, and you want to be like all extra and exaggerated. So I think that would be really cool, because right now I feel like the illustration here is a little, it's a little small and it's a little shy, it's not really showing itself. So I would maybe even use half of the illustration, like half of the woman's face, like right here, right in the background, just like bam, this is fashion. Look at this lady, she looks so fashionable. So this is something I would think about. But since I know once you're done with a project, it's always kind of hard to go back into it and make changes, because then you'll have to make the mock-up again and so on. So I get it. This is really cool. Some movie tickets, or what is it, or general admission tickets. Really cool. I like this. I think you did a great job here. I think the barcode is on the right place, and Design Museum looks really good. I can't really say anything about it. You did a good job here. Here I'm wondering what exactly this means. Like why did you put the illustration that way and that way? And again, I would maybe blow up the illustration a little bit more and maybe even show only half of the illustration here. So let's say you cut the lady in half and only show half over here, half of her, but make it really nice and large. I understand you wanted to fill up the space here, so I think that's the reason why you kind of placed another of these ladies. But make it a little bit more bold, I think would make it better. And if you create a copy of like that, maybe you could change the the jacket color, or change the colors of the glasses and the jacket, something like that. That would be cool. All right, and here we have a little bus mock-up. Super cool. I think it looks really, really nice. Yeah, I think you did a great job here, but be a little bit more, be a little bit more brave with the design, and make it bold, experiment. Just put the whole face of or half of the face of this lady on this poster and make it really bold and make it really nice. Love the colors here. I think the colors work really well. I would like to know why you chose the colors. And let me see, the term that really stood out to me, that can everyone understand the value of design? Does everyone want to understand the value of design? This led me to consider how the design museum can encourage everyone to visit the museum. They needed a brand that is engaging, recognizable, and relatable. A brand that can capture the attention of design enthusiasts and creative novices, consisting of both adults and children, creating an identity that is diverse and communicates the coming together of various groups of people, the different design faculties, and the museum as a process of significant thought and consideration. I think this description is pretty long. To be honest, I would just make it like half the size and try to compress the information in only a couple sentences. But it's really, really nice. I think you did a great job here. It's a great branding project. Just a little bit more texture and then it's perfect, good to go. Family worker training and development program. Okay, this looks really interesting right here. It looks pretty realistic, and here you did add some noise. I can see there is a little noise happening, and that's what makes it a little bit more interesting, not perfect, you know. And it went, especially when we're creating vector graphics. Vector graphics can seem very perfect, and you know, they can look a little boring. So just make them exciting, bring some texture, and you know, put some overlay with like some paper or something like that. Give it some kind of structure. But yeah, I think this mock-up is really good here. I'm wondering what this is all about. Family worker training and development program. Okay, again, I think the typeface here is a little too large and a little too long of a text. I don't want to read the whole text. I would read maybe 6 lines of it, not the whole thing, because I want to see more visuals. I want to understand it more visually, but a little description would be good in between. Okay, we have family worker training and development program. This looks really good. The typeface looks a little too small for me. I think might be a little difficult to read on like a small card, especially if you think about people who have like bad vision or something. So, and also the contrast of pink on white is not the best. So if you are deciding for a smaller typeface, at least make the contrast pop. Make the contrast really, really strong. So black on white is the strongest contrast you can make. So this is it. I think the logo is really cool. I'm wondering what these cards are, if this is the backside of the card, because here I was kind of thinking that this is the backside of a business card. But let's see what this is going to be. Okay, so you use these parts basically to create this branding system for the F. Okay, all right, I see. So you use these half circles as the background. It's funny because I've been working with half circles recently as well. It's a super fun shape, and I think it can be, put together so interestingly that I think you really did a very strong branding project here. And this F that incorporates those half circles, super cool. I really love it. No, honestly, you did a really good job here. I would maybe create some more contrast, not put orange type on white. And here also, I would not use lorem ipsum. I would definitely write a text that could be an example of that, so it looks more realistic. Okay, family. I think you did a great job here with the shadows as well. I would maybe decrease these shadows of the large papers by maybe 10%, but otherwise you did a really great job. It looks really realistic. Let's take a look here. I feel like these shadows are a little smoother. You did do a change to them. I can see that this is way better. You can see that these shadows look way more realistic than those, right? Those are just a tiny bit too dark. Cool, awesome. No, I think you did a really great job. It's very consistent. I would leave a little bit more space between the text and the images here, just so that there is a little bit of breathing room. I would maybe do the same distance as you did here, so the same distance to that. But otherwise, I think you really chose a great typeface. You did create a hierarchy through the colors. This is great. The layout is good here. The dividers are really well placed. Okay. And this is also nice how you are using the elements to create different things, you know. Thanks everyone for joining. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see we have a couple more people who are joining. Let us know in the chat where you guys are from. How are you guys doing? Just write something in the chat. Let's have a conversation. Okay, cool. And we have a calendar. Again, everything very cohesive. You're using the same colors, the same typefaces. The mock-ups are also very cohesive. You did a great job here. And you have a little bag going on. And cool. I think so far, honestly, to be honest with you, this is your strongest project because the design system that you've created here is very, very strong. Okay, so it's just very cohesive. You did a great job with the mock-ups, and also you have created more assets using the brand design system. So this project I would give 10 of 10. So I would put it on the first place. Put it as your most as your best project, as your first project, right? Because whenever somebody goes onto your profile or onto your site, they will see the first things first, right? So you want to show them the most important and the things you're most proud of first. That's what I would do. I will put Family Worker Training as the first project, then Jack Redford, and then Design Museum London. Okay, let's go to photography. Let's take a look at your photography, what you're doing here. Still life. This image took a little long to load. Maybe you can upload an image that's 72 dots per inch or 150, but not too high resolution. I'm not sure what this is, but it might be the case because it took a little while to load. Still life, the roots of human existence. Again, we have a very long text here. It's hard for me to kind of read all of this, especially it's very large, so I have to go with my face. I have to basically go all the way from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. It's a little tedious. So I would compress the text. First of all, formulate it so it's shorter, so it's only like 7 to 8 lines, or 6 to 8 lines, and then make it a little bit more narrow so that it ends maybe somewhere around here, and maybe decrease the typeface size as well. So it's a little large here. It takes up a lot of scrolling space also. Cool. Awesome. This is really nice. I like the image that you've created here. I would do some retouching work in the background. As you can see, there's a little spot in the background, and it kind of takes away from the actual artwork. I would sharpen the grains here a little bit with the sharpen tool. This is cool. This looks really nice here. I think this is a really great photo. It's just a couple like little things in the background that you can make better. And here that little spot here, just generally clean it up a little bit, but otherwise it looks really great. This is really nice. You kept like one part of this sharp. This is really good. Love it. Again, I would clean up the little spots here. As you can see, there are little hopefully I can scroll in here. There are little spots. Do you see that? And those things, they kind of take away from the whole message of the image because you wanted it to be concentrating on the plant, So make sure that that is covered and that you don't have no unnecessary spots you don't want to show. Cool. I think those are really cool photos. Here, maybe I would remove this this little part here where it says where the bottle is from, combined wines and so on. I would remove that part, and maybe with a stamp tool I would just stamp it out and just match it to the background so that you don't have this unnecessary text that is not very important for the message of the image, but takes away a lot of attention because this is the only thing I can read here, right? So it's the only text and it takes away from the image. So I would definitely work on that. Let's take a look. These images are really cool. I love those monkeys. They're really cute. Here again, I'll clean up a little bit so that the focus is really on the bottle. Maybe even lighten up the bottle, create a little bit more contrast, sharpness inside the bottle. Cool. I think the images are really cool. I think you did a great job. I would love to know what you want to show with this and what your kind of background thought was. But let's take a read at the top. This photography series highlights the importance of restoring the human and plant bond in order to cease further destruction and prevent plant extinction. The plants have been organized to portray the cyclical notion of life and to assist the audience with recognizing each plant as a living creature who experience life and death rather than inanimate objects and or decorations. Cool. I think you did a really great job, creating a concept around the photography, and this is really, this is a really strong advantage for you that you are keeping those things in mind and that you are creating a concept for things, because that makes a strong project. If you had just taken pictures and would just written, yeah, I just thought that it was very aesthetical, or I like the way it looks, there would be no reason behind you taking those. And this description really adds value to the project. I think you did a great job here. I would just retouch the images a little bit and work on the sharpness and so on. Otherwise, this is really cool. You did a really great job. All right, desert palette. This project aims to capture the vast array of colors in the Namibian desert. This is super interesting. I think this is a really interesting project. And you have the images. I would love to know the extracted colors. I would love to see the extracted colors of the images. See, that's something I'm missing, because you're talking about desert palette, right? Why a vast array of colors. So here I would take those images. You can even, like, let's say I want to save this image. There is something that I can show you where you can actually extract all the colors, and it's called color.adobe.com. And here you can extract the colors from your or extract theme, or even extract the gradients from the sky from your image. Let's see where it ended up. There we go, desert. Okay, so here, look, if you have the images and then underneath this color palette, look, color.adobe.com does it for you. So you already have those colors. Just put the image and then the colors underneath. That would really add, to the whole concept of concentrating on the different colors. And let's take a look at the gradient. Maybe we can even extract the gradient. Look, this is also cool. You can even extract the gradient here. And let's concentrate on the sky only. So the gradient of the sky, how it goes from this blue to this lighter blue and moves from like dark and more into the light color. And you can do that as well, extracting the gradient, extracting the colors, and make a color palette out of each image, and then you will see the difference between each color palette. So this will be something you could think about adding to your project here. But otherwise, I think really strong, really interesting project. Let's take a look at your posters. Experimental posters, very cool. Yeah, I love those. I think you did a great job here. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's experimental. I love the way you added noise here. I'm kind of missing it here a little bit because these shapes look very perfect to me, these donut shapes, they are quite perfect. But you're doing a great job. Just keep it up. Love the gradient here. This is really cool. This text, really nice picture. It's good to have an image of you on the side. I would make this text a little bit smaller, or at least divide in sections. So let's say the most important information, the one that you want to highlight, you write in a larger text like this, and then the rest you make it a little smaller. Because that will give it hierarchy. That will give, in case the person is not does not have enough patience to read all of it, at least they know what's the important part to read, right? They can have the decision, okay, I read this, and after that, am I going to read it or not, because it's secondary. And just divide your information smartly so that each person can get some information out of this. Right now, I'm looking at it, and it's a lot of text, and it's a little overwhelming, so I'm not starting anywhere. And you need to give the person the reason to start reading. Because if you have this little part only in large typeface, they will be like, okay, it's only 4 lines, it's only 2 sentences, I can read that, I have time for that. And then you catch their attention. Okay, you catch their attention, and then they're like, okay, let's see what else she has to say. So, you know, just create this hierarchy like you did really, really well in your landing page. Awesome, Danica, I think you have a really great portfolio. There's just a couple things that I've been mentioning that you can work on. Otherwise, you did a really great job. It looks very professional. I would hire you. Thumbs up. Cool. All right, next one up we have Ali Rafsal. Let me see. Portfolio. Yeah, we have Ali Raza Afzal. Okay. Ali Raza Afzal. Okay, good. All right, so we have this landing page. It looks really interesting, very friendly. I like the colors. Maybe if you're using yellow here, you can use yellow in the side as well, so that it kind of stays cohesive. Or if you're using green here, you can make those things green as well. Very easy in Photoshop. And it seems like green is like your color, and that's the color that you're using in all the objects. So here I would also make those this bright green color. This is really cool. I love the animation here and the scrolling function. Cool. Certification, experience, skills. So you kind of have this little intro about yourself. Hire me or get a quote. I love the hover effects here. You did a great job. It looks really nice. I think also the hierarchy here is pretty good. Salam, I'm Ali Raza. I'm a freelance graphic designer and video editor. I also do 2D animations, but I love designing and making videos as I believe this is my passion. Okay, so here you have to be very precise about what you're saying, because here you're saying I'm a freelance graphic designer and video editor. I also do 2D animation, but I love designing and making videos, and I believe this is my passion. So you need to be sure what you say. So say it more as if you already made the decision for yourself, because a client does not want someone who is indecisive and who will be like, oh yeah, I like that, but I like that too, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. So you rather write something that you might change up later, but you have to seem decisive and seem precise about what you're doing. So what I would do here, and if I was you, I would write, designing and making videos are my passion. Currently, I work as a freelance graphic designer and video editor, and I do 2D animation. Okay, so that would be a good description. I improve my skill from online tutorials and ongoing projects. I would just leave that away. Everybody does. I do. Everybody does. All the famous designers do. They all extend their skill set all the time. They always watch Skillshare videos, YouTube videos, and they never stay on the same spot. So we are all learning. You don't have to add that. Also, when you're saying I'm currently learning, it means that that you're maybe a student and you're not very professional, but you do want to seem professional, you do want to get hired, so just leave that away. Feel free to contact me. I would love to add value to your life. I would formulate a little bit differently. I would not say I would love to add value to your life, but I would love to add value to your business, because this is all about business here, right? We're not talking about you going and cooking them a dinner. You're going to create an improvement to their branding or to their design for their business, right? So you want to formulate it business style, just be that person that you are in the image. In the image, you seem very professional and very like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm here and I'm going to improve your business. I have a strategy in mind, and so on. So just keep that same appearance that you have in the image in your description. Okay, here we have a lot of links. I think Facebook is not usually necessary. Public profile. Okay, if you have I'm not sure if this is something that you want to show. Is this all business oriented? If it is, it's okay. If you have like a professional Facebook page, that's okay. But otherwise, anything that has to do with private, just leave it out. And also, I would reduce the amount of links here. I think it's a lot of links, and you want to prioritize them. So the first link you show is the link that you want the people to go to. So do you want them to go onto your LinkedIn, to your Twitter, to your YouTube, to your Instagram, or to your Facebook? Right? So you're giving them kind of a lot of options. I would definitely minimize that and try to concentrate on where you want to get in touch with your clients. Where are you posting your work? What's the important site for them to see where you kind of are active and maybe have followers who are, who you are interacting with. So make sure to prioritize the most important ones, and maybe I would even show just 3 of those links. Okay, hire me, and then there is also a Fiverr link and get a quote. So also those 2 buttons are what you really want them to do, right? You want them to hire you, or you want them to submit a quote request, right? So I will put those buttons on the left side because we are okay. I see. So for you it might be different. If you are from the Arabic countries, you kind of see things on the right side first and kind of read from right to left. For me personally, I'm starting from the left to right, so I'm getting the information from left to right. However, if you're working for your country, keep it that way. If you want to work for the US or for people who are reading from left to right, keep the buttons on the left and these links on the right side. That's my recommendation here. All right, let's take a look. Clients, days of experience, project done, designs made. Okay, that's it looks like you have done a lot of projects, but the problem is here that I see you did 480 designs and you only had 18 clients. So who did you do the designs for? And projects done. So you have created 106 different projects, 1,461 days of experience. That's about 4.5 years. So this is interesting, but I wouldn't say it's necessary to have this section here. What I can do: 2D animation, social media designs. This is cool. I like this page. It honestly shows the whole spectrum of your work. But let's take a look at your portfolio. Okay, we have graphic design, video editing, and animation. Let's take a look at graphic design. What do you have here? Okay, so you have these 3 images. Let's take a look, view more. Modern sales design. Cool. I like the way you kind of keep the typefaces and the colors cohesive. You're doing a great job here. Awesome. No, I think this is good. This is good work for if you want to attract someone who needs some kind of ads or Instagram posts made for them. This is just one design, and you did 3 different mock-ups for it. So maybe I would extend the project and make it a little bit bigger, and maybe also talk about the different styles that you can offer them. So let's say this one is more for modern, for I don't know, like young influencers. Then there will be a variation of this with different colors maybe that you could do for I don't know, companies, medical companies, or so just give different examples, because right now I can identify myself, in this modern kind of template. But what about other businesses? What about if somebody looks at your page and looks at your profile, and they are a medical company or they are a bank or something like that? So how would that look for them? Or if they're a restaurant, how would that look for them? So make sure to show those as well. Oh, that's me. Look, it's me right there. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, cool. A special food menu. Okay. So your graphic design is specializing on social media. So I would not even name it graphic design. I would maybe name it social media, because you are doing social media promotion work, right? And I would definitely kind of put it somewhere that you are specialized in social media, because that's what you are. Start working with me, hire me, contact, email me. Okay, there are a lot of options. Right now, I'm a little confused. How am I supposed to contact you? Am I contacting you here, or am I clicking here? By the way, this link doesn't work. So if you want to create buttons like this, they need to work. This one doesn't. So just leave that out if you don't have no links for that. Just leave this contact form and put start working with me by itself without the button. I get it, you wanted to have like a black divider in between, and you can have it just say start working with me without the button, and then the person can either email you or get in touch with you. There are a lot of buttons. I would definitely just give one option and make it easy for them. So just the contact form I think will be enough, because before you're also sharing all the other stuff that that they can take a look at. So if they want to get in touch with you through LinkedIn, they can. If they want to write to you through Instagram, they can. So make sure to not give too many options. That will give it more decision making, more easiness of decision making, if that makes sense. Okay, awesome. So let's take a look at your other projects. What else do you have to say here? Portfolio. Make muscles, not excuses. Story designs. Okay, so you are basically concentrating on social media. If I were you, let's see. Okay, we can add some comments here as well. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but I mean, you do yours. Video editing. Let's take a look at video editing. So you have some video work here as well. Animation. Cool. No, I think you're on a good way, honestly, to kind of divide those things. I would mention somewhere that you're specializing in social media, because you do, and otherwise I think this site is pretty cool. You did a good job. Here a little a mistake that I just noticed. Visualization, we had a little misspelling, visualization, Tayon. So make sure that's spelled correctly. All right, awesome. Thank you so much, Ali Raza, for submitting your portfolio. And next up we have Bishoy Caldes. Bishoy, thank you so much for submitting your portfolio. And hi everyone in the chat. Cool, Dawood is here. Dawood is from Instagram. Awesome. Let us know where you're actually from. Cool. Congratulations on 1K. Thank you, Jotermia. Yes, I was celebrating 1K subscribers on my YouTube channel. So this is really cool. Jotermia is saying the spelling of creativity. Yeah. Yeah, guys, make sure whenever you have a text or something, just go through it and make sure there are no grammar mistakes or no misspellings or no such things. All right, so next up we have Bishoy Caldes, senior graphic designer, visual effects compositor, and motion graphic artist, Color Spot Advertising and Agency. Okay, so it looks like you are currently employed. I'm wondering, so guys, whenever you create a portfolio, it has to have a purpose, right? So with your portfolio, you either are working as a freelancer and you want to attract clients, or you just want to get hired by a company, and that's the reason why you're creating a portfolio, to show off what you can do. And there is actually no other reason, because if you are employed, if you have work, the only reason why you would share your work is because you are an artist and you're creating some kind of art on the side. So the main reason for a portfolio is to attract the right people, to show what you can do in context to what they need, right? You want to give the person what they're looking for. Okay, and here we have Cairo, Egypt. We have 3 links, that's good. I'm wondering what there is on your Vimeo, because this link doesn't even work. Just remove it. And what's on your YouTube or Behance? What is it? YouTube. Bishoy. Oh, Bishoy has a channel. That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm gonna subscribe. Cool. Okay, I'm wondering if this is your work. Visual effects show reel. Okay, this is cool. Awesome. Just remove that video Vimeo link that doesn't work. Facebook might not be necessary. This page doesn't even work. This content isn't available right now. So those two links don't even make sense here, because you're just going to confuse people and they're going to say, hey, it's a 404 page, it doesn't work. So they're just going to jump off and look at something else, right? Because right now, if I was going onto the Facebook, what I would do, I would be like, oh, I have 9 notifications, so let's take a look at my notifications. And I would totally forget about you, because there is nothing about you here. Just, doesn't make sense at all. So just remove it. All right. So here I am. I was born in Cairo, Egypt. Passion for all kind of art, especially for visual effects, compositing. Ooh, so I see something here. You don't have to leave so many spaces between in between the things. I would put the dot right after the word and then leave one space and then continue with the next sentence. Make sure that's covered, because it can be really annoying to read. And here we also have like 2 spaces. Don't do that. You don't have to do that. It's not necessary. And also make sure to formulate whole sentences. So let's say you're saying passion for all kind of art, especially for visual effects, compositing, motion graphics, and illustration. So a whole sentence will be, I am passionate for all kind of art, especially for visual effects, compositing, motion graphics, and illustration. That would be a whole sentence. Currently worked on design projects, especially in areas such as illustration. Okay, you can write, currently I am working on design projects, especially in areas. So make it a whole sentence, right? For more information, contact me. This is good. I would maybe not publish your phone number, because I'm not sure if that's necessary. You don't want random people to call you and to bug you. Just give them your email address. That should be enough. And also it looks more professional, because nobody wants to be bugged, by people calling them, random people calling and asking, hey, I saw your Behance. Do you want to buy my product? That's what people do with me sometimes, if I publish my phone number. Okay, skills and apps. This is cool. You give a lot of information here. There is a lot of information here, which can be good, but maybe I would just concentrate on the most important information here. All right, let's take a look at your recent project. And what is here? Life is Beautiful TV series, social media. So you have created social media for this TV series. It's really easy to understand, honestly. I think you did a great job kind of putting it together. I love this little top image that kind of gives the intro. Okay, Life is Beautiful TV series, editing, retouching, social media marketing. This is what you have been doing for this project. And this is cool. You show a wide range of different posts that you've created. So that's awesome. I think it's a great project. If I had a movie and I needed social media, I would definitely consider you. And again, you're using the same concept here. You're having this cover image, and then you have all the images that you've created for them, one after the other. I think you did a great job here. They all look very cohesive. The colors look cohesive, and you have used the same kind of texture in the background, the same typefaces. So I think you did a great job here. Okay. You did a great job here, and there's nothing to complain, honestly. You have a lot of projects. So for you, I would recommend to pick out the ones that you're most proud about, or the most recent ones, or the things that you want to be working on. Because you're showing the TV series ones, then you have some branding going on, then we have some, what is that, mobile phone visuals that you've created for this brand, I guess. So just pick out the projects and showcase the projects that you want to be seen and that you want to be hired for. That's what I'm doing. I was doing a lot of different stuff, and now I decided I like packaging, I like branding. So I'm now only showcasing packaging and branding projects. So this is something to think about. Cool. Aquilie's here. Awesome. Hi, good to see you. All right. Next up, Vishay, hopefully that was helpful. You're doing great work. Just try to concentrate on the most important things. Don't put too much information. Otherwise, great job. And also remove those old links that nobody is interested for because they cannot even open them. But otherwise, great job. Awesome. And we have next one up. Miranda Steinmetz Robe. Cool. I love the background that's going on here. This is really cool. This is what I was talking about, you know, give the background a little bit more playful ambience, and the person can already understand that you're an experimental person. You like to experiment, you like to, you know, try different shapes and so on. And plus, I love the blend tool, and I see you've been playing around with the blend tool a lot here, so this is really cool. Oh, hey there, find out more. Who am I, you ask? I'm a friendly Midwest gal that studied graphic design and business administration to strengthen my marketing and design skills. My objective is to utilize my creative soul and challenge myself to think critically to solve problems. I'm a hardworking individual and an excellent team player. I have over 4 years of experience in marketing and design field and aim to never stop growing. This is a really cool intro. I think it's short enough, it's long enough, it's perfect. I love the color that you've been using over and over here in your portfolio, in your little icons here. This is awesome. Finding cards, fill the revolution. Okay, resume, view now. This is really cool. I love the way it kind of interacted with me right now. I like this. It was kind of like doing this like bouncy thing. Okay, I would like to know what exactly these projects are divided into. Are they all the same? Because it seems like they're different projects, and I was even thinking that this is all one project. So this can be a little confusing, especially if you put things together that they don't look like they belong together. But maybe I would leave some spacing, some padding between the projects here horizontally as well. So I mean vertically, because that way it won't look like those things belong together, right? If you leave the same amount of space vertically and horizontally, then they will be more divided and they will be like, aha, those are single projects and they don't belong together. So that would be one tip for you. Business cards, branding. All right, let's take a look at the Bridge Autism Clinic. I love the little animation that goes on here at the top. It's really cool. It already kind of makes it really interactive and really interesting to look at. Great. I think this is a great project. I would love to see more larger images at the bottom. Once you kind of determine the logo, the fonts, the color palette, I would love to see larger images of mock-ups. So those images that you're showing here, they're kind of small. I would put them in, you know, in larger format and create even more mock-ups, create how business cards could look like, how, you know, a kid's bag could look like, or how a pencil could look like, or different things that you can mock up with the logo and show in a little larger size here at the bottom. So that will be, I think, really helpful. Doc, graphic design, robotics posters. Doc's Robotics blends jazz with hip hop into a volatile cocktail best served in a live setting. I'm not sure what exactly Doc's Robotics is. This is a stunningly fresh and growing band straight. Oh, it's a band. Okay, band straight out of Eclair. All right, so let's take a look. We're talking about a band, right? How would band posters look like? Band posters will be stuck to like a random wall somewhere, like on the street, right? To advertise their concert or something like that. So I would go for more like poster, street poster mock-up. So I don't know, maybe let's see, just trying to find something to show you, like something like this. So where it's just like randomly stuck to a wall. Or this one, this mock-up would be cool. I think this one is even one that you can get for free. So that would be a better mock-up than putting it into a picture frame. I think that mock-up does not really work and does not give the context for a band, right? It has to be way more like more like music, concert, poster, on the wall, kind of like this. This gives it a better feel already, but nobody would hang it in their living room, right? Okay, hip hop night. The Lookout presents. Again, here we have a little frame. I don't think this is the way the poster would look like. And also, you already adapted this kind of effect that the poster is not really straight. It's kind of almost like someone kind of trashed it and then put it back up. So so this frame mock-up does not really work here. I would just like stick it to the wall, glue it to the wall. That's how I think it will be better presented. But I think the poster experiments are pretty cool here. You did a great job. Let's take a look. Wedding package invitations. Oh, this is really cute. Again, the images are kind of small, so I would love to see them in a larger format. And there is no way to kind of scale them and to to make them to zoom in or something. Okay, you did a great job here. I would definitely make those images larger. Maybe put a nice background with a nice soft tone. Maybe one of those bluish tones in the background, and make it look like as if those cards are laying out on the table or something like that. So make some cooler mock-ups of this. I think that will give the project way more value. These were crafted for my cousin's wedding. I always enjoy creating invitations for my family and friends. The usage of script fonts, so here's a little grammar thing going on, has a very distinct style, and I love incorporating that. Yeah, I think it's a great project, and just use some mock-ups. Let's take a look at the last one. Lift it up. Here, nonprofit organization logo. I think the logo is really cool, and I think you can make a way bigger project out of this. So even if the client only asks you for a logo, you can try and see how would this logo look like on different things, right? So here you have created this mock-up. Again, I would love to see a larger image of that. So instead of creating this collage, maybe you can create like larger like banner kind of images and put them up underneath each other, so that I can scroll through and have the images, pop up and be a little bit more bigger. Awesome! Miranda, hopefully this was helpful. I think you have a really great portfolio, and I love the way you only incorporating only just one link here. It makes it very easy for a person to get in touch with you. It's very, very easy. There is very little links. There is literally only one option here, and it's the email. I don't think people would just randomly call someone. I think they'd rather make an appointment through the email. So I would just leave it with email, not even publish your phone number, because you don't want people to give you ads and so on. Thank you so much, Miranda, for your for the submission. Hopefully this was helpful. And next up we have justcreatething.com. All right. Creating from Saba. I think this is Saba who is behind this. Let's take a look at the about info. Is this the about info? Okay. Hi, I'm Carrie, and my goal is to create a meaningful and strategic brand identity for their business. I'm wondering what you mean by their business. For your business, I would just keep it with your business, because you want to talk to the person who's viewing the page, right? So you want to say, hi, I'm Carrie, and my goal is to create a meaningful and strategic brand identity for your business, right? Because you're talking to the customer, you're talking to the potential client. My goal for every project I take on is always the same: to help my client discover the uniqueness of their brand through a discovery session and translating them into a complete identity design for their brand. I think the sentence is a little long, so I'll make it shorter, and I'll write something along the lines of, my goal for every project I take on is always to help my clients to discover the uniqueness of their brand. With a discovery session, I am translating their brand identity into a complete design, into a complete brand identity design. So I would say something along the lines. So divide that into 2 sentences so it's easier to read or easier to comprehend. Get in touch for brand identity design. Leave your name and email below along with what you're looking for in the message box. Okay, this is easy. This is super cool. I think this page is really good. But I would leave that to the contact page maybe, because you have an about page, you have a contact page. So let's take a look what's inside the contact. Ooh, there's a little thing going on where I'm not really able to see the top part of this contact form. So make sure this is, let me actually, I don't know why this is happening. This is weird. Let me minimize this and see if this might change the things. No, not really. So make sure to fix this little part here. I think, you know, it might be the reason why somebody will say, oh, she's, you know, she's not really into detail with her site, so I might not even want to get in touch with her. So those tiny details, honestly, people are so specific about those things and they want to see you create very detailed work. So make sure those things are intact. And again, I would leave away the contact form from your about info and just leave it with a contact. All right, work. Because people, they always want to see what they expect to see, right? If they click on about, they are expecting to see your about info. They're expecting to see who you've been working with, something to know about you. But when they click the contact form, they expect you to share the contact information with them. Click to see the project. All right, I want to take a look at this Oakmoney project. I think it looks very interesting. The banner image, the intro image that you picked is really nice. I love the way you divide the description of the project with the different services that you have done for the client. So what was your responsibility during this project? I think this is a really cool way to kind of show what you've been working on. Cool. I love the colors here. The mock-up looks really interesting. Premium drive. It looks like you have created different variations of the logo. You did a good job here. I can see you're reusing this rectangular shape that is kind of divided into 2 parts, and you're reusing the typefaces. Arrive as a VIP. This is a really good branding system that you've created here, and even kind of like a brand pattern that you can reuse in different assets. This is a really great mock-up. Love the background you've added. Most of my project, I generally present 3 unique logo concepts based on the goals. We agree upon our discovery phase, the logo then built into a word mark. I think this is too much information. I don't think it's necessary to know what the client told you or what you agreed on. The most important part is to show what your brand is saying, to translate what the client needs into what you've created. So the intro here, Premium Drive is a car hire service my friend has started recently. She provides cars and services to clients who want to arrive grandly at their important events. So my friend approached me for a logo that best represents her. By the way, I would not mention that it's your friend. Maybe you can just say Premium Car Drive is a car hire service that provides rental cars for people who want to that provides a luxury rental car service or something like that. I would leave away the whole part that it's your friend, because it might as well be just a client. Even my friends are my clients. I put them into my system and I treat them as clients. I go through the same process as I go with regular clients. So even if it's your friend or if it's not your friend, or a client can become a friend later on, doesn't matter, right? So just leave that out. And positioning of the brand is luxurious, clean, and hospitable. This is really important part of what you're trying to say here. This is a really important part, and I would just keep it with the fact Premium Drive is a car hire service for luxury car rentals. The positioning of the brand is luxurious, clean, and hospitable. And then, so you're saying what the client needs, right? And then you're in the next step, you're describing what have you done for them to accomplish this goal, right? So you're telling them to incorporate the hospitality and luxuriousness into the branding. I have used this typeface and I have used these shapes and so on. So this is important. It's not important how you have what you've agreed upon with the client or not. That's something you can definitely leave out. Premium Drive pride themselves in creating hospitable services. This is really good. I mean, it's good. Premium Drive arrive as a VIP. This is good. I think you did a great job here. Honestly, it's a great project. I would love to see more mock-ups. How would the brand look online and so on. And by the way, I'm clicking onto this slider, and whenever I'm clicking, I'm not getting on the project that I want to see. So just keep that in mind. Maybe there is a better way to kind of to organize those. All right, the colors here are amazing. I think the design, the logo you've designed here is very well applicable without the text, with just the icon that you've created, logo type, logo design, and brand identity. Again, I love the way you're describing your services here. Ming Kwang is a traditional herbal shop established in 92, and they are known for selling great quality herbs and wonderful customer service. The sentences here are a little confusing. So you're saying they're known for selling great quality herbs and the wonderful customer service. So are they selling wonderful customer service? This is what the sentence is basically saying. It's a little confusing, but just keep it a little bit more simple and make it, not misinterpretable for the person to read. They wanted to target younger customer, but it was difficult because a traditional herbal shop is often identified as old and mainly dedicated for old customer. This image is a good image, but I think the size can be a little shrunk down a little bit, so it fits to the other images here. So as you see, we have a little flow, we have a little line that goes on this side and on this side, and whenever you're choosing images, make sure that they fit to this line. Even this image can be adjusted a little bit to the sides, and make this one smaller, and here these two can be a little wider so they work together with the text, so the flow is seamless. And awesome. I generally present three. See, it's not important how many logo concepts you've presented. It matters how you have created a solution for them, right? So they want to attract a younger audience. They want to attract this and this and this. So how did you solve this problem? How did you show, how did you make them get the younger audience? Say, I have used colors that would attract the younger audience, and I used sans serif typefaces that will make it look modern and minimalistic, and so on. So this is exactly what you need to mention. It doesn't matter how you presented, what you presented, who the if the client was your friend. Those things are not relevant. Okay, cool. I still want to see Oak Money. Please Oak Money open. Yes, finally. All right, cool. Again, here we have the image kind of needs to be extended to the sides a little bit so that it works with the layout that goes along the page. And we have this image kind of stick out, and it's a little pixelated here on my end. Maybe you can increase the dots per inch here. So instead of exporting it with 72 dots per inch, maybe export it with 150. I love the colors here. I think the logo is great. I think the way you are actually a great designer. I love the way you're creating these brand design systems where you can apply them in different stacking variations and so on. So you are putting thought into the use of the logo. This is great. I think you're a really great designer. Love the colors here. I think they were great here. Color palette, and you can see this is the primary color, but these colors can be used as well. These Oak Money can be used as flexible or various usage. For various usage, the logo can be. So also, you have the text here. I'm not sure what's the more important information here, and also you're dividing it too much. So I would give this caption a larger typeface, and this part, put it together and give it a more thinner typeface. and maybe you know, just keep it as a secondary information. Okay, like kind of like here, do you see this? There is a little caption, so a header of this paragraph, and then there is the text that's kind of secondary information. So this is what you need to do here with this type of text in your portfolio. Cool. I think you have done a great job, Carrie, and just those small things. And again, here I would use a thinner typeface and make sure that the text is aligned in your about info even. So and you, also the distance between the lines here could be a little bit more, you know, closer together. Make sure to keep that hierarchy up, and you're doing a really great job as a graphic designer. I think and branding, I think, is totally your thing, and I think just continue doing what you're doing. You're doing great. This organization here, maybe just put the projects as images, so there's no way I can get on the wrong project, because I clicked on Oak Money twice, and only by the third time I got on the actual project. So make sure that that is fixed and that it's easier to navigate, and that the person, because I want to have control over things that I want to see, right? When I get onto your site, I want to click on the project and I want to see that project. I don't want to see another project if I want to see that project. So make sure that those things are easy to navigate, and that I actually have really control about what I want to see. Okay, awesome, Carrie. Thank you so much for everybody who has submitted their portfolios. You guys are amazing. You guys are doing a great job. Hopefully this is helpful for all of you. If you want to follow me on my Instagram here at Julia Maselska, this is where you can submit your portfolio for review. And I'm doing this every single Friday. So for next Friday, we have a couple spots left. Make sure to submit them there. And Hashim is saying hello from Egypt. Hi, Hashim. Cool, guys. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me send you guys a quick link to my Instagram so that you can find me easily. Just shoot me a message there with your portfolio link, and this is where we are going to get in touch, and this is where I'm going to sign you up for the next week. All right, friends, have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.